Bitcoin is accepted in most places these days, and it can even be purchased at grocery stores through Coinstar machines. Bitcoin has already come such a far way and even became a media sensation in 2017 thanks to stories of early investors in the crypto asset becoming rich. But based on the predictions in this video, it's never too late to invest in or trade Bitcoin and take advantage of its volatility. In this video, we'll be unveiling what experts predict Bitcoin to be worth by the end of the year. But before we get into the full details, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons if you've not done that yet. Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency ever to be created, sparking the birth of an entire industry and thousands upon thousands of altcoins created in its image. Not only is Bitcoin the first of its kind, but it's been designed to disrupt and replace paper-based fiat currencies to become the global digital currency used by the entire population, regardless of what country or region they live in. Because Bitcoin is so powerful and has so much potential, Bitcoin's projected value and estimated growth could be astronomical. Speculation from crypto analysts and industry experts suggests that Bitcoin's long-term value could reach over $100,000 to as much as $1 million per BTC in the future. But when will Bitcoin reach such prices? This BTC price prediction guide will help investors answer questions like how high will Bitcoin go and what could Bitcoin be worth in 10 years. The mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin to be the first peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Because Bitcoin is peer-to-peer, it's considered decentralized and doesn't require a controlling third party such as a bank or government to confirm or monitor transactions. Instead, Bitcoin transactions are confirmed by miners rewarded with BTC for each block that is verified and added to the blockchain. This reward is what incentivizes miners to continue to confirm transactions and keep the Bitcoin network growing. Every 4 years, Bitcoin's block reward is reduced in half, resulting in miners receiving less and less BTC as time goes on. The crypto industry refers to this as halving. Bitcoin's supply is hard capped at 21 million BTC, and combined with each block halving, gives Bitcoin a deflationary aspect and provides the asset with a scarcity similar to gold. Bitcoin has been commonly referred to as digital gold. These unique properties are said to make Bitcoin not only a borderless transactional currency, but also a store of value and even a safe haven asset during times of economic crisis. Bitcoin was designed in the wake of the 2008 economic crisis as a way to put power and control back into the hands of users and out of reach from banks and governments that have long controlled the flow of money. Together, all of these aspects make Bitcoin an incredible financial technology with the potential to change the world. And as a result, Bitcoin's projected growth is expected to be substantial and reflect its true value as a global currency. Bitcoin price today is trading at around $38,000, but given how volatile the asset is and its propensity to go on parabolic runs, Bitcoin price tomorrow could double from here or correct by 80%. Bitcoin started its life virtually worthless, with a value of far less than a penny when the Bitcoin Core client code was released into the wild. Years later, it began trading at over $1,000 and was considered a serious financial asset with long-term potential. In 2017, Bitcoin potential took the world by storm as many became rich beyond their wildest dreams once Bitcoin reached its now former all-time high of $20,000 per Bitcoin. Mainstream media ran BTC news story after news story, causing retail investors to rush into buying the asset. But once 2018 hit, a major Bitcoin trend change occurred, and the price started going down. Due to how volatile Bitcoin is, market price retraced as much as 80% down to $3,000, where it eventually bottomed, leaving many wondering, will Bitcoin go up in value ever again? Others knew Bitcoin would rise again and opened long positions at the bear market bottom. At the start of 2019, Bitcoin growth returned once again, and a powerful rally took Bitcoin price back out of the bear market lows and above $10,000 to $14,000 before falling back down to $6,500. In 2020, the Black Thursday crash took Bitcoin to under $4,000. But the stimulus efforts put forward by the US and other nations to combat the pandemic inflated the money supply significantly, putting Bitcoin in the financial spotlight once again. The cryptocurrency went into another uptrend in 2021 and set a new all-time high at $65,000. With no real resistance above, the cryptocurrency is back in price discovery mode. Several experts have weighed in on their short and long-term price predictions for Bitcoin price. And here are some of the most popular Bitcoin price forecasts from top crypto industry experts. Max Keiser, financial analyst and host of the Keiser Report. Max Keiser, investor and host of the Keiser Report, calls for $100,000 Bitcoin in the short term, but $400,000 in the long term. Keiser is one of Bitcoin's most outspoken bulls, calling for $100,000 since the asset was trading at just $1. His new $100,000 target, though, is for the end of 2020. Meanwhile, $400,000 is long-term goal due to the coronavirus and comparison to gold. I'm officially raising my target target for Bitcoin, and I first made this prediction when it was $1. I said this could go to $100,000. I'm raising my official target for the first time in 8 years, and I'm raising it to $400,000, Keiser said. Robert Kiyosaki, entrepreneur, investor, and best-selling author. Robert Kiyosaki, New York Times best-selling author of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, has been recommending his followers buy gold and Bitcoin. He calls for gold to reach $3,000 an ounce and Bitcoin to reach $75,000. Adam Back, Bitcoin developer and CEO at Blockstream. Bitcoin developer and early electronic cash pioneer Adam Back says that Bitcoin should reach as high as $300,000 over the next several years. Bitcoin might not require additional institutional adoption to reach $300,000 because the current environment is causing more individuals to think about hedging and retaining value when there's a lot of money printing in the world, Back said. Daniel Masters, analyst at Global Advisors. Daniel Masters made a call for Bitcoin price to break out in 2017 and reach a high of $4,400. Bitcoin did indeed reach that price in 2017, but smashed right through it and kept on going to $20,000. Peter Brandt, legendary commodities trader. In one of the rare negative price predictions that came true, Peter Brandt called for Bitcoin to drop over 80% following a break of its parabolic advance in early 2018. By the end of the year, that target was met, and Bitcoin fell to $3,200. Tim Draper, billionaire venture capitalist. Tim Draper has a knack for spotting the next big thing, and he's heavily invested in crypto. The billionaire venture capitalist called for Bitcoin to reach $10,000 by 2018 all the way back in 2014. The visionary was right once again, and the year prior, the asset doubled that projection. Bloomberg Research 2020 Bitcoin Report. Bloomberg Research recently released a new report on the future of Bitcoin as an investment. The major media hub and finance terminal says that Bitcoin should reach $12,000 and $20,000 by the end of 2020. Both predictions were accurate. There are a handful of Bitcoin price predictions made for the mid to long term, or with no time scale at all, that are still standing today. Here are some of the most exciting predictions for Bitcoin's worth by the end of 2021. Shervin Pishevar, $100,000 by 2022. Shervin Pishevar is a venture capitalist and angel investor who co-founded Hyperloop One and Sherpa Capital. He's also made investments in several companies, including big names such as Airbnb and Uber. Pishevar has called for Bitcoin to reach $100,000 by the end of 2021 via Twitter. Given his meeting with Saylor and his previous predictions of a decline in the U.S. economy, it's no surprise that Pishevar has become bullish on Bitcoin. Thomas Fitzpatrick, $318,000 by 2022. Citibank's Thomas Fitzpatrick is the global head of their market insights product, CityFX Technicals. He made headlines for his Bitcoin prediction of $318,000 by 2022, which surfaced after his report was leaked onto the internet in late 2020. His analysis drew similarities between the gold market of the 1970s and Bitcoin's price action, in particular gold's $20 to $35 range before its surge in 1971. He also cited the acceleration in money printing by central banks since the emergence of COVID-19, which may fuel the Bitcoin run. John Pfeffer, $700,000. John Pfeffer is a partner at London-based family office Pfeffer Capital. He set a bold price target for Bitcoin of $700,000, about 175 times the current Bitcoin price of nearly $4,000. Pfeffer said that Bitcoin is the world's first viable replacement for gold. The math for his target works like this. Firstly, he assumes that Bitcoin can replace all of the gold currently held by private investors. In other words, the gold bars that people keep in safe deposit boxes or bury in their backyard, simply as a way to park their money in something more dependable than paper. He says that Bitcoin is vastly easier to store and secure. Also, the current value of all privately held gold bullion is about $1.6 trillion. Assuming there will be 18 million Bitcoins in circulation by the time the cryptocurrency fully replaces gold bullion, the implied value of a Bitcoin would then be $90,000. This is Pfeffer's most conservative scenario. Considering all of the massive price projections and forecasts from industry experts that suggest Bitcoin will someday replace all currencies across the globe, it's easy to see why so many are bullish on Bitcoin and why Bitcoin price predictions can reach such high numbers, ranging from thousands to even over $1 million per BTC. And that's a wrap, guys. Let us know what you think of the video in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons and also turn on the notifications icon to stay up to date with our latest videos.